Hi everyone, welcome to Torah on Demand. I'm Rabbi Yael Ridberg. One of my most favorite conversations with those seeking a relationship with Judaism is the one that begins, "Rabbi, I have to tell you, I don't believe in God." My usual response is, "Hey, tell me about the God you don't believe in, and I am likely not to believe in that one either." What follows is usually an open exchange about how humans often seek proof of God's existence in order to believe, when for me, it's less about the what of God and more about the when of God. In this week's portion of Tissa, the Israelites have grown restless in Moses' absence, and they seem to be having a difficult time believing in God's imagined power. There is doubt and panic and anger, pleas for mercy and courage woven throughout the text, and the entire Exodus Sinai enterprise seems to hang in the balance. The Torah imagines Moses hurrying down from the mountain because of the stiff-necked people and that they have made for themselves a golden calf to worship. Enraged, Moses hurls the tablets with the 10 Commandments just received on them, grinds the shattered fragments to powder to be put into water, which the Israelites are then forced to drink. When confronted, Aaron offers the rather lame excuse that the people were bent on evil and that they gave him their gold, which, when thrown into the fire, magically produced a golden calf. No doubt the people needed some reassurance of God's presence, and we could read the creation of the calf not as an idolatrous alternative to God, but perhaps as a representation of God, which the people could then see and connect with as a way to bolster their obviously fragile faith. The people are not the only ones seeking a deeper connection with God in this Torah portion. The Torah imagines an intimate exchange between Moses and God, where Moses demands to know God's ways. Moses wants God to show him God's presence, called kivodecha, your glory, the essential nature of God, so that he would know God in a more representational manner. God responds to this request by reminding Moses that no human can see the face of God and live. Instead, God says God will pass by Moses when in the cleft of a rock and be allowed to see God's goodness, God's tuvi, to pass by. The text says that Moses can see God's achorai, which has been unfortunately translated as God's physical back. But achorai in modern Hebrew means what follows after me. In other words, God is saying to Moses that while he cannot see God in a literal sense, Moses can experience what is left in God's wake. Isn't that another way of saying the when of God? I imagine this to mean that Moses, and any human really, can only feel the effect of God, not a tangible representation of God. When we can focus on the when of divine encounter, the what becomes less important. Each one of us can come away from such an experience of presence and goodness with the afterglow of transformation, if we are open to it. Thanks for joining me. Shabbat Shalom. See you next time.